How's everybody doing today? You guys doing good? Like I said, I know I asked that earlier, but hope you guys are doing fantastic, having a wonderful day and all that. So, on that note, welcome to my live review or YouTube review or movie review, whatever you guys want to call it. This video will be on YouTube also for those who are watching. Welcome to my live Detective Pikachu movie review if you're watching this on Twitch. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you guys for stopping by, of course. Definitely hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications if you're new. And this video and live stream, of course, will contain a buttload ton of spoilers, guys. So if you guys have not seen the movie, just like with the Avengers, as of right now, you guys better turn away from this live stream / video because, yeah, there's going to be a ton of spoilers in this little review I'm about to do here today. But if you don't mind spoilers at all, then, you come to the right place. You wanted to chill out, relax, have some fun, all that good stuff. As the late Cowboy Nick would say, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff. What's going on, Amanda? How are you? How is you? Yeah, like I said, I was going to go a little bit earlier, but then I got held up with some things. But anyways, without further ado, we are going to get started with this review that I'm about to do for you guys here today. So, my official thoughts, as before I say them, Amanda asked me, good, how am I doing? I am doing really good, thank you for asking. But anyways, so on to the review. I thought the movie, honestly, was really cute, adorable, had a really good storyline to it, and some of the Pokemon, let me just say this, some of the Pokemon in that movie, oh my god, some of them were just completely bizarre looking. There was a few of them that looked pretty badass, as you can say, like Mewtwo was pretty badass, and so was Charizard was also badass too, to name a few other Pokemon. And there were some Pokemon that were pretty adorable as well. I mean, there was a couple of scenes with some adorable Pokemon that got to me. Like, the Pancham, like the panda Pokemon, like they showed a couple of times, like, wandering around every song. That was pretty adorable. That was, like, one of the most adorable ones, along with Growlithe walking around with, like, a couple people. So, I was gonna say this, though. Like, the story had, like, it was obviously really, really good for what it was. And most people were giving mixed reviews about it, saying, oh, the story wasn't that spectacular, or you had, like, these, like, critics saying, oh, don't see it, like, the Pokemon are creepy and all that, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, first of all, like I said, the story was absolutely amazing, and the story was actually, fun fact, the story was actually based off the Detective Pikachu game that came out a year ago, for, I believe, the Nintendo 3DS, if I'm not mistaken. So the story, or the movie, was based off that, and let me just say, Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, he did an amazing job as Pikachu, because there was some, basically, Ryan Reynolds humor, like you would normally, like, hear from him do. And I feel like with his humor, with his little humor and comedy, like he made it kid-friendly. I mean, there were a couple moments where he almost did go a bit dark with his humor, though. But at the same time, I feel honestly it was pretty spot on. I feel like it was pretty spot on, though. And there were a lot of references in that movie. Like, especially right towards the ending, too, where, like, the guy in the wheelchair, I forgot his name, and no, it's not Dan the Man Plays. I'm just going to throw that out there. No, Dan the Man Plays is not in a wheelchair. Spoiler alert. So, yeah, he wanted to switch minds. I guess he wanted to, like, link his mind with Mewtwo, the Pokemon, the legendary, obviously. And the story goes back to, like, Mewtwo was, like, stuck in a lab being used as a test subject, and it kind of reminded me, honestly, of the Pokemon First movie that came out, the animated version that came out in 1999, where it kind of had those vibes where he escapes from the lab, destroys everything, and he gets set free. Like, he didn't want to be used as a test subject, so that was kind of, like, some vibes there. And I guess the whole thing was everybody thought that Mewtwo, killed... I forgot the name of the main character kid's name. I know Justice Smith was the one that played the kid in the main character, or one of them, rather. But his character, he thought, like, when the movie progresses, he thought that his kid, I believed, or his dad, thought to be, you know, Mewtwo thought that he killed his father, but building up to the clues like right towards the ending, it was actually, you know, a swarm of Greninja, which I will get to that here in a few seconds. So basically the old guy in the wheelchair, I think it was Howard, that was his name, I'm not sure. I think it was like Howard, or I think Roger might have been his like son or something, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, Howard sends out the Greninja to I guess to cause a car crash for, you know, the kid's father, or, you know, Ryan Reynolds, obviously. Well, I'll get to that here in a second. But I mean, because everybody wanted to think like, oh, Mewtwo caused this car crash, you know, he killed his dad and all that and blah blah blah. But the real thing I thought behind all this was, or the real thing that actually happened in the movie was, Mewtwo actually transferred, you know, the dad's soul, like, to, like, who knows where, like some sort of ether and all that. I don't know exactly what, but what's up, Ray? How are you doing? But yeah, so the he transfers, you know, his mind into the soul of his partner, Pikachu. And that kind of, you know, made sense in a way. And there's like a bunch of, like, you know, science and biology and like involved in that. And we'll get to that here in a few seconds. But who else is here? This is just me right now. Well, I'm talking about, like, you know, in the party. But I mean, the story does involve like a lot of genetics and biochemicals and cells and all that other stuff. But so the kid is okay. So going back to this part of the story real quick, the kid doesn't realize at the point. Well, he met the Pikachu, and he doesn't realize, you know, that's his dad. And, you know, until like way later on, you know, way at the end of the movie, where everything, you know, gets settled and gets taken care of and all that. And I feel like, personally, like, they actually did a really good job building up to that point of the story, because he's never met, like, he thinks his father passed away, but in retrospect, his father is actually, you know, alive and well. And that the soul of his father was inside the Pikachu the entire time. So, I mean, honestly, I felt like, you know, that story, like the story building up to it, as I mentioned before, it was, you know, it was really heartwarming. And there was a lot of moments. There was a lot, especially for a Pokemon movie. They had a lot of heartwarming moments, some dramatic moments. Even there was a lot of action in that movie, too. So, I mean, you kind of expected that from a Pokemon movie. Like, there was going to be some action in there. And honestly, I feel like they did a really good job with the action. Ray, I was going to try to get you into the party, though, Ray. I know you're in the chat right now. But I know you've seen the movie, too, so that's why I wanted to get you in here, since I know that nobody else, I believe, was going to watch this stream/video, I think, because of the spoiler warning. But obviously, like I said, they feel like they've done, you know, and I mentioned before, in, you know, in the couple of times before the stream began. Well, not a couple of times, but Shadow, appreciate the host, bud. But yeah, some of those Pokemon looked, you know, absolutely bizarre, and yeah, some of the Pokemon look like they don't even belong in that movie. There's actually a lot to say about the movie, yeah, but we're gonna try to get a lot of those things here as quickly as possible, because I want to discuss it with you guys. And if you guys are watching this, you know, on YouTube, you know, even Twitch, you know, if you want to comment something, you know, comment what you thought of it. You know, if you guys have seen it, like, definitely let me know what you thought of it. So, and yeah, and it kind of has, like, an Avengers vibe to it. Most people say, like, oh, it doesn't really have the Avengers vibe. But when they were doing that Pokemon parade, I guess it was in Rhyme City, I think that was the name of the city when I was kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't seen it yet? Oh, why are you still here, Amanda? Why are you still here? Why are you still here? But anyways, so there was going back to what I was going to say, though, with the Avengers vibe, like, Howard had this gas, I guess it was like some purple gas that was inside all the Pokemon balloons. and it was supposed to wipe out the rest of humanity and let all the Pokemon live. Basically, like, it's instead of just like half the population, all the population is just like poof, gone. All the Pokemon that's just there. That movie looked terrible. Well, like I said, you know, it had a good story though. It actually really did have a good story, honestly, to tell you the truth. You don't mind spoilers for this one? But yeah, but like I said, you know, I just feel like it had like an Avengers vibe to it, as, you know, with that gas and wiping out humanity. And the only person that wasn't affected was, I think, Justice Smith's, is his character, because he was trapped inside the CMM. I think that's what it's called, the CMM building, or that's kind of hard to say though, honestly. But yeah, he was the only one that wasn't affected by it, which of course that was, you know, Howard's own mistake in doing, trying to link his mind to Mewtwo. And I guess that his goal was just to have like humanity link up minds to their own Pokemon, so that way everybody else could talk and all that. I mean, it's kind of weird, because if you don't know Pokemon at all, you may not understand what's going on with the story. But, you know, at the same time, I just felt like it was really good. I'm gonna see it because the kiddos want to see it. Hey, that's what's up. You're a good mother, Amanda. I mean, see, the thing with me, like, I actually took my mom to see it for like a late Mother's Day gift, and that was on Tuesday, and she doesn't like Pokemon. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, she is not a fan of Pokemon. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just told her, you know, I'll pay for everything at the end of the day. I'll do it, and she actually enjoyed the story like I did. You know, I just felt like you gotta understand the game to actually know what's going on, and like all the characters in that movie. Bulbasaur looked like a head of garlic. Bulbasaur. See, this is the thing. This is one of the things that actually, you know, touched me a little bit. The Bulbasaur part where they're taking the Pikachu over to where he gets healed. I guess that kind of hit me a little bit. Like, he was about on the verge of death, and they took him to like a little stump, and then Mewtwo actually saved his life, though, which kind of reveals at the end, like, Mewtwo didn't cause the crash. Mewtwo was trying to protect, you know, the partner's Pikachu. Mama Pug. Kyle, what's that lizard thing? Mom, it's called a Bulbasaur. I mean, she knows a little bit of it, but not too much. You're an awesome son, Kyle. I think she enjoyed spending time. Oh, she did. She definitely did. She really enjoyed the movie. Like, and if she wanted to see it again, I mean, she definitely would, though, if it's like on TV or DVD or something. I mean, she enjoys Ryan Reynolds, so that's like one of her favorite actors. So I was like, you know what? I mean, just wanted to get it out of the way, might as well. And she enjoyed the movie, though. It was kind of understand all the Pokemon for her, since there's like new Pokemon out there. But she really did, though, enjoy the story. Like, she enjoyed it a lot. Well, I mean, especially, like, even him, like, playing as himself, though, right, at the end, you know, where the kid's like, oh, I want to go off to do these things. Like, no, I want to spend more time with you, because he never got to know his dad that much, was the whole story. And, yeah, that hit me home, too, where he wanted to spend time more with his dad at the end of the movie. I mean, there were some moments where I almost cried, but I didn't cry too much. I was like, no, this isn't like the Avengers. Just hold it in, man. Just hold it in. But there were some pretty adorable moments, though. The Torterra scene. Oh, my God, that Torterra scene where I guess they grew into, like, enormous-sized Pokemon where it caused, like, all the landshapes and, like, somewhat, you know, landslides and all that. Oh, my God, that was just... Oh, my man. Like, that was just, you know, that was something what would happen if a Pokemon actually caused an earthquake. That's something what would happen, in a sense. Like, it'd be kind of weird, though, to imagine if Pokemon actually existed, like, in the real world. And that gives us all an idea of how that would happen. Like, we imagine ourselves in this situation, and we got to think about what these Pokemon can actually do and how they affect the actual world as they are today. I'm having a hard time hearing. There's a lot of noise near my house right now. Well, tell them to stop making noise. Tell them to stop. Get in this party, and then that way I can. That will definitely prevent that from happening. Well, then again, the noise would probably, you know, it would kind of transfer over to the stream too. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, maybe yes, no, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I mean, it gets you to think. Like, the whole movie tells you to, like, think about how would Pokemon fare in the real world. No, there's construction going by my house. Ooh, that is a major GG and a rip for Ray the Rabbit. I mean, God, man, you gotta... I was just joking about them telling you telling them to stop, but... Oh, my goodness. But, anyways... I mean, that's how I would feel, honestly. I mean, I just wanted to, like, you know, share, like, how would everybody feel if Pokemon actually existed in our timeline. And there are some people out there that kind of wish that Pokemon actually did exist in the real world instead of, like actual pets. Like dogs, cats, you know, lizards, you know, whatever the case may be, gerbils, whatever. And... there was actually a debate. I saw this, you know, a long time ago. Like, there was a debate where what would you have in real life? Would you rather have your own pets? Would you have Pokemon? Or would you have both in real life? Like, there was... I think this discussion was a year ago, I think. And there was a lot of controversy going on behind it. Like, saying, like, oh, if pets didn't exist, you know, then Pokemon would. And if, you know, like, maybe there's, like, another actual reality where maybe they do exist. Well, I'm not saying they do, but I'm saying, like, imagine if there's, like, a certain, you know, another dimension, like, dimensions we don't know about. That's kind of basically what it is, though, honestly, if you think about it. You would rather have both? Just have both of those, but, it's like one of those press the button situations, in my personal opinion. Like, you could have Pokemon in real life, but all your pets would know would be gone, and it gives you the option to press the button or not. So that's, like, kind of one of those situations, honestly, if you really think about it. Like, yeah, just, like, imagine if you, like, had, like, a Charmander or a Bulbasaur living with you, or maybe a Pikachu, you know, Squirtle. What's another good pet? Growlithe is another good pet. Vulpix is another good pet to have. Let me see, like, who else? Houndour, the dog Pokemon. A lot of good dog Pokemon would be really good options as pets. I feel like they would, too, in a way. I mean, I know I'm kind of like a sucker for saying this because I'm a dog person, but, you know, that's just how I am. That's just basically how I am at times. But, you know, it's what it is, you know? I mean, honestly, I just feel, you know, it's what it is. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyways, so what did you guys think about? I know Ray the Rabbit. I mean, I know he's seen it, but I know some of you guys haven't seen it yet. And like I said, if you don't mind spoilers for this movie, I appreciate that. You know, that is your opinion. I do respect that. But Ray the Rabbit, I think right now is having loud noise problems at his house. The construction. You definitely need to like close your windows or something, dude. At least do something, my guy. Like my brother. Do something, man. But dear God. Alright, let me see how many people we have in the chat right now. We have 6 people, that's not too bad. So like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by here. We're definitely having a good time. And I know this is gonna be like a little short thing I wanted to do here for you guys. And like I said, I was going to do it Wednesday, but, you know, like, really off topic. Super Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Direct live stream came up, and I took some notes for the live stream, so I only did that for the podcast. And honestly, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. The problem is they're trying to remodel a bathroom in the apartment next to my... Oh my goodness, that is like the worst. Like, I've had that happen before, obviously, in the past too. So, big major oof, an L and a rip for Ray the Rabbit. So, yeah. So, type F for respects, guys. All right, but anyways, so if I wanted to give like an actual rating for the movie, it would definitely be an 8.9 out of 10 for me. I mean, it's good. It's very solid. You know, the storyline is absolutely great. But the problem I also see with this is, like, some of the Pokemon, like, you know, Gengar, obviously. That Gengar, that gave me the creeps, obviously. That Gengar, I swear to God, literally just gave me the creeps. Like, it was just like, it didn't even look, I mean, it kind of looked like Gengar, but at the same time, it kind of didn't. I mean, you'll see why here when you guys see the movie. But there was this, I'm going to talk about one scene here that actually did make me laugh, though, in the movie. The Mr. Mime part where they're trying to, like, ask him, you know, as a Pokemon of interest, or like a POI, I guess, or whatever you want to call those things, we'd like detective work. I guess he was like running in place like an actual mime because his name's Mr. Mime, the actual Pokemon. I felt like that scene was honestly pretty well done. It was pretty clever too, especially when they're, you know, kind of interrogating him. I just have to say Pikachu is cute, even though with Ryan Reynolds would voice act him. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that here in a coming up here very, very shortly, but. Yeah, the Mr. Mime part where they're interrogating him, he has, like, the Pikachu has, like, an invisible lighter. They're pretending to light him on fire, like, as a mime style. I mean, that was pretty clever, though. That was honestly pretty clever. I did enjoy that. And like I said, like Ray the Rabbit said, honestly, you know, I just felt, you know, I felt like he did a really good, perfect job as Pikachu, honestly. Like, if I couldn't really see anybody else pulling that off other than him, but like I said, he did an absolutely good job. And if is there going to be a sequel, you know, I can't really say. There maybe, I don't know. We'll see though, somewhere down the line, like maybe a couple years from now. If it's obviously it's a huge hit with Nintendo fans and Pokemon fans everywhere. But like I said, if you're not used to the story, you know, not used to the Pokemon game, if you don't know what it is, you may not understand what's going on. But at the same time, you know, it's fun for the family to enjoy. I would definitely recommend. If you have kids, you know, take them to go see it. They'll definitely enjoy that. All that good jazz. All that good stuff. As I say again, the late Cowboy Nick would say, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the review. I know it was a very short little stream and video, but like I said, you know, I got some things I got to do to take care of, so I'm going to leave this off here. So if you guys did enjoy it, like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. You guys are awesome. And if you are on YouTube and you did enjoy it, don't forget to drop a like. And my phone's going off for whatever reason. So anyways, drop a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications if you're new to my channel. And I'm Kyle the Pug, and I will see you guys here next time. So Pug bark, and bye!